Yeah, listening.
We're hoping it'll change someday, right?
The SETI Institute, by the way, before that's when people started actually doing some SETI research. That was all begun by the guy, the second one in the row here, Frank Gray. And Frank, an astronomer from UC Santa Cruz, unfortunately he's not with us anymore, but Frank Gray was the world's last nice guy. He was an extremely nice guy. Also, this is something called laser SETI, and the idea here is not to look for radio signals that somebody else might be sending our way in hopes of getting on our mailing list or junk mail. Laser SETI is looking for communication that uses lasers, because with a laser you obviously can send information. Okay. Yeah, right. We went during the holiday, you couldn't get in, only because it was closed. It was a 5-hour drive, 4.5-hour drive from where you're standing. And if you happen to be going up I-5 in the center of the state, unclear why you'd want to do that, but if you happen to be, you might turn and going into the mountains for about an hour, hour and a half, and you can go visit this installation. There's, I think, 42 antennas there now. The idea is to build 300, not 42. The reason that the rest of them haven't been built is simply a matter of money.
It's us.
So if any of you have a superabundance, you would like to have this array of antennas named after you or your